Hello, gentlemen. Okay, I got Brian and Rios. So everybody's gonna need their books. It's the book that comes with the kit. Looks like this. If you can see that, it comes in every kit. You're gonna need this book to do the assignment today. And you do. It's best if you do the assignment on the kit with the kit running, because that was question 16 from yesterday. So I'm gonna spend some time today discussing pretty much the same objective, which is what we was working on. But I want you to get confused. This is now, if you didn't pay attention, 69 that I'm be working on. So You might want to save yourself some time and get to page 69 because that's what I'm be working on from the kit. All right. Again, this is another double credit lab assignment, but for this week. The lab assignments of the past, they're still due. You can still finish them by February 3rd. I had put that in Etsy already and also made a message for everybody. So let's look into what's next, right? And that would be our norms. So, oh, okay, Amir is here. I gotta go back and do attendance one more time. So I don't want to get too far along and then I don't know who's here. Oh, there's Lee Carter. All right. One moment. Okay. All right. So, first in the list, did I get Richardson? Yeah, there she is. Okay. I wanted to make sure her name's saved. There it goes. Etsy's working with me today. Cool. All right. So now, first in the list would be Miss Richardson. Can you read, what is it, 1, 2, and 3?
Mm-hmm. No one has the right to hurt another person. Education in the classroom are sacred. We will never behave in a way that would discredit ourselves, our school, or our family.
Okay. And 4 and 5, Amira, can you read that?
In Excel Academy software, student always acts with integrity. We take pride in Excel Academy software.
Thank you, Miss Jones. Next would be Mr. Rios. Can you read, was it 1 and 2?
We respect the opinions of others. We respect the culture of the classroom.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Vargas, can you read 3 and 4?
We are attentive and participate. We have high expectations of ourselves, our peers, and our teachers.
Thank you, sir. Let's see. Next would be Mr. Carter. Can you read number 5?
We are here focused on preparing ourselves post-secondary job.
Okay. So now, just want to go back in time. You guys got to start coming out to GGI. They really have a lot of things they want to share with you. Things you might need, like coats. I know that's a big thing. I think there's a storm coming. So you know, come to GGI and participate. If I see you there, I try to put it across all of my classrooms. I post it, and it's for you guys to get in there, get some life skills, but also a little bit of extra credit if you're participating in those GGI topics because they're really trying to teach you a lot. Today was financial literacy. I really enjoyed that. That's something everybody should know, among other things. Of course, they still have this contest going where you could possibly win a PlayStation 5. You just got to follow the rules that he gave in GGI today. If not, follow up with Borders again. He explained it pretty well earlier. All right, so what do we have to do today? Well, we had to go over two things. Oh, this has to be updated. That's not correct. Let's recycle you. All right, let's see what happens now. Cycling. Yep. Come on. There we go. So basically, the word of the day, I think, was frugal. And the term, there we go. So not this one, but where are we at? Here we go. Frugal. And it's still conditional for the classroom term, right? So I want you to investigate that. But we're doing something pretty dynamic today. And all you have to do is see if you can do it to get pretty much another quiz score replaced. I have a few students like Sinkyra, I think Courtney. Let's see if Melody is. A few of you guys are ready to connect it to your computer or phone, so you can just log into your Raspberry Pi. So one, I'm going to show you how to start off and get ready to complete project 1 that we talked about in the book, right? So let me grab the book and then show you what I mean. All right, now this is the book, but I'm going to need someone to read the objective again so everybody knows what we're really doing, because I know somebody's going to say, what we doing? And this is going to be for 20 points. So if you raise your hand, you can see my
Today,
screen. Go ahead.
students will be able to utilize Chapter 4 of Raspberry Pi Beginner's Guide to complete questions for class group activity.
Thank you, Miss Terry. All right. So she got 20 points just like that. But we're going to try to, say the objective at least 3 times in this class because that's a Camelot model I have to adhere to. So that's the first opportunity for 20 points for Miss Terry. But next, I need someone to read in the white box, again, the classroom term of the day and word of the day. So what is it? This is to see who's paying attention for 15 points. Who would like to do that? 20 points for Melody. No one? So maybe I should call on somebody.
We're reading the classroom terms of the day.
Yeah, you see that white box there?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Conditional word of the day. Oh, am I reading the one in the bottom of it?
Right, so you're supposed to start with classroom term of the day, conditional, and then
Oh,
the other one. Yeah,
okay.
go
Yeah,
ahead.
right. Word of the day, frugal. Class will resume when the time
No, not that. No. That's all you had to do. Just those 2 terms.
Oh, okay.
Cool. All right. So that was Rio's, right? Right. Okay. So look, the time we have in class now, when I'm talking, that's considered. I don't know if you understand Camelot teaching or just teaching in general. I do is where I'm telling you what to do. I'm not just running my mouth and wasting wind. You should be paying attention to what I'm telling you to do. So if you don't have it by now, because I'm gonna check on you in a couple of minutes, this is me trying to gradually release you into the assignment. You need your book. You're gonna go to. I'm saying it for everybody because I see Stevenson's here. We got a lot of students here, and this is like for your seniors. This is your last week to really make some grades happen because it's looking kind of grim. So 69 of your book. I got one of my bills in there. I was reading it last night. And I was like, this can't be hard. You're going to start here 69 and start moving to 70 because I'm about to show you some steps on my kit on how to get started on that project 1. And this project 1 is called Astronaut Reaction Timer. So everybody hurry up and find that page because this is what I'm about to start explaining. And I don't want too many students coming back talking about what you talking about, where you at? Well, first off, do you have your book in your hand is what I'm going to ask you. And what you mean is not going to suffice because I explained this. It's going to tell you to watch the video again because you was not paying attention. Now, when we come here, you see we have VNC Viewer. I wanted to talk about this towards the end of class, and this is going to be a quiz grade that will be restored if you can get your kit to do the same thing. Meaning you're able to log into your Raspberry Pi, like the one behind me, from your laptop, tablet, or cell phone. Depends on where you install the VNC Viewer app. And you can then show me your screen and I can see what's wrong with your kit and help you get through some of the labs. So I'm trying to really help you guys towards the end. But it depends on how long we take on this project 1, which I think is super easy if you're doing it on your kit. That's another big thing. So how do I mean, right? What do I mean? I'm gonna come here to my VNC Viewer, and this is what you could be doing on your kit. Make sure you have it running. And what you do first is,
We're using our kits already.
You said what?
We're using our kits already.
Yeah. So project 1 on that page is what I was talking about, but you gotta have your kit running because this is what I have running now. So I click on the Raspberry, I go to programming, and Scratch 3. Okay, that's all I do to activate Scratch 3. Now you need Scratch 3 later on because we were doing advanced projects, but we can't get to that until we get you through. So we did the advanced coding where we changed lines of code. Now we're doing the block coding. And each block of code, like we talked about in our quiz, it was not a quiz, a group activity. In those questions, it talked about blocks of code and what they do. Lines of code that's in there, right? All right, so when you click on Scratch 3, it takes about, I want to say anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute, maybe a little longer. I don't know, it depends on how well how long you've been leaving, for 1, the kit running, and 2, how long ago you clicked on it. So once it's ready, you'll see what I have here if everybody sees my screen. Now, the first thing they want you to do, let's grab the book here, is they want you to go to a website. I read it on page 70. I'm taking you guys slowly through this because a lot of people are like, I don't know what you're talking about, so I'm not going to do it. It's not how you learn. But on page 69, come over to page 70, at the very top, who would like to read, it starts with this all the way down to key. And they'll get 50 points towards previous score if they're on that page with me. Somebody raise their hand. Okay, Vargas, you got where I'm at? You raised your hand, right? Is that what it did?
Yeah.
Okay, so start with this and end at enter key at that bottom, that paragraph, basically.
All right. This
Thank you.
project relies on two images. One is a stage background, one is a sprite, which are not included in Scratch built-in resource. To download them, click on the Raspberry icon to load the Raspberry Pi OS menu. Move the mouse pointer to the internet and click the Chromium web browser. When the browser has loaded, type rpf.io slash astronaut backdrop into the address bar, followed by the enter key. Right click on the picture of the space and click on save image as, then click on the save button. Click back into the address bar and type rpf.io slash astronaut sprite, followed by the enter key.
Thank you, sir. That's 50 points. And if everybody's watching the screen, I am actually going to those locations, right? So the second link I'm typing in so we can get the astronaut. Right. Now this is backdrop. I'm just going to change this part to astronaut. Is that what it is? Or no, sprite. So sprite. And the sprite we talked about is a character. Somebody put Greek. I was like, yeah, it's not. Well, it probably is, but I'm talking about as far as computer science, sir. So they Googled that answer. So these are the two you need, right? Now you need to do the instructions. They said you're going to right click on it and you're going to download it and stuff, right? But you got to save it as, what is it, PNG file? Is that what they say? So it's already set up for PNG and you just save it. Now, if I were you, I'd put it in the desktop so you can find it. I don't want nobody getting confused. Save, and there it goes, right? So that's as much as I'm going to do with you, because after you do that, you still got to go to Scratch 3, put that image in your backdrop, right? And then also put the astronaut in there too. If you go to page 71, and next you got all of these blocks of code you got to snap together, right, in the stage area. So I want you guys to do this because this is, making the coding for this week easier on you, as opposed to last week's coding was like, you got to do the lines of code, you got to find the file, insert the file. Now you're making it based upon the instructions in this book, okay? And this is another double credit lab if you're wondering. But you got to finish 16 for you to get the double credit, is what I was trying to tell you guys yesterday. So you guys did the group activity. Now we need to see who the engineers are. And if you need help, you got to rely on each other to help each other out, because these kits have to be running. So some of you students already know how. And then Thursday, if we do good for demonstrations, we won't have to worry about a quiz or a final exam. So that's just how it's going down so far. All right. So is there any questions? Because I'm about to give you time and let you just work on this.
We're opening up RPF, the iOS astronaut backdrop, and RPF iOS astronaut sprite.
Right, sprites, yeah.
Right.
So you see the sprite was the one with the astronaut, and
Right,
this is the one, right? So you got all of those two open, and you're going to save them as a PNG file.
Save as, right?
Right.
Okay,
and
cool.
Make sure you save as both of them, and then go back to Scratch here, right? And do the steps they talk about to put it in the backdrop, and or the stage, I'm sorry, and then put the sprite, which is pretty much, you're going to remove this cat here, and you're going to insert a new sprite. That's what they're talking about. Do all this, but I don't want to, take it too far and, take away from what you can see how to do here in the book. So take your time. And the goal, like I said, before the end of the, well, we got enough time for share outs. It's 12:39. Yeah, I give you guys about 10 minutes, right? And then we can do share outs, see if anybody's ready to share out. And if not, then we can talk about VNC Viewer and give you a video that I did with my son. He's at Limbloom, and he did a quick video because mine was longer. And it's 12 minutes. You guys can check it out. And then tomorrow, if we can have a few people demonstrate logging into their Raspberry Pi kits from their other computer, that'll be exceptionally well for your final exams to get out of it. Okay. So something to think about: 10 minutes, work on setting up your Scratch 3 and working through the process of getting that done. Let's see here. I gotta do attendance again. That's what it is.
Hey Tyler.
Yes, sir.
Hey, wasn't didn't they was David? Am I tripping or was David Torres at school today? Didn't he come today earlier?
If you did, sir.
He did, right?
Yeah.
All right, I just want to make sure, trying to figure something out.
Okay. And he got a kit too, if I'm not mistaken. So
Mr. Tyler, we don't have to worry about that link that you sent us right now, right? Or is that
not yet. No, no, don't worry about that yet. I'm just setting it up, real. That's a great question. Don't worry about that yet. I should have said that. I was typing and my mic was off. So,
Mr. Tyler.
Mrs. Terry.
Do we gotta use the same exact project? I mean, background that was up in the on
Yes.
the in the book?
Yes.
Can you show me how to get the backdrop again?
So okay, do you see the link they gave you there? It's an RPF link, Melody.
It's in the book.
Yeah, yeah. So go to page 70.
Page what?
70.
I'm on page 70.
Now go to the top. Now you see that first link? You got to open up a browser first.
Yeah, I see it.
And you got to type the second one and you'll get the astronaut. Okay.
Mhm.
You're going to save those files and that's what you'll use to put in your project. So give it a try.
are we putting the one with the astronaut right in the background? Oh, we're doing both. We're doing both?
You're using both of those, right? The
Okay.
first you want to do the background, right? And then you want to add the astronaut. Now the astronaut is a sprite, so you got to add him in a different way.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Also, for those students that do not have a kit going, I chose this because you can also use your phone. You just have to set up a Scratch account, but I prefer you do it on the kit because you have to use the Sensat later on. So try not to cheat. Try to get your kit going and do it correctly. But everyone else can still do this one, especially if you have your book.
So for now, we're just doing that.
No, you gotta go to the next page and try to get as
Okay.
much coding done.
All right. All right. Okay. Cool.
So you see the yellow block you start with, right? I think on page 72. So start there next and try to code as much as you can. Take your time. All right. Okay, so looking at this, you guys, well, everyone should pretty much have just this much done, right? And once you get all the coding completed, you can click on File and Save to your computer, which is your Raspberry Pi if you're doing it on here. Okay, so that's pretty much all you have to do. I mean, you're not done here, but you have all the coding from 72, the block codes, and I pulled a few already, from 72 all the way over to 76. And then when you run it, it should look like what page 76 has. That's the finished product if you got your program working. So I did that. And what else? It says in the next step, because I got to type something in here, right? And it says it in the book, hello, British ESA astronaut, Tim Peake here. Are you ready? You type that there. So you can put your name if you want to, if you want to ad lib there. So I was talking about add your name somewhere, put your name in there. Next is wait, right? So we can go to controls. These are conditionals we talked about. Remember that word of the day, conditional. So in this case, it says wait, but for how long? The book says leave it at 1 second. Go to say again, that's in looks. And then what does it say do here? Just say something. So I'm not going to have a timer on there. But then the sensing is here. And this is the one that says reset timer. So where's reset timer at? Ah, it's right here. So this is what I was trying to get you, everyone to pretty much do all the way up until page 76. When you're done, you're going to save the project. And a few students have done this already. So just take your time, follow the steps, make sure all the blocks are put in there correctly. And when you're done with that, you send me the file, and the file will look something like this. You go to File, Save to your computer, right? And it'll be a .sb3 file. You're going to find that file in your directories. If I were you, I'd put it on my desktop so I can find it easily. We talked about what a desktop was before. This is the first screen. That's what's called desktop, kind of like knock on wood, but not knock on wood, but this is the wooden surface of the desktop. This is your computer desktop, which is what you see there. Okay, so now I've explained all that. We're at the mark where I had to talk about that link. Go ahead, Rios.
So we're gonna have to eventually end up sending you that through the Raspberry.
Yes, you want to take the file from the Raspberry, put it in Edsby, and I'll see it.
All right, cool.
Okay, so you would put this in yesterday's assignment with the document. So you can submit 2 things in there, and I'll see it in a grade book. So I'm just trying to make sure you get your double credit. So I should see 2 things, everybody, right? One is the group activity. The other is this project completed. If you cannot do this project on your kit, you can do it on your phone because you don't have your kit yet, but it still has to be done and completed. Your own name has to be shown in there where it says astronaut Tim Peake. You would put your name there if you're listening to what I'm talking about. And it has the function because when you send me that file, I could test it on my end. I'm an engineer. I like seeing things work. So don't send me garbage, please. Make sure it works the same as the book is telling it should work before you send it to me and say it's completed. I will check. The link in the chat, right? This is what Regos was asking about. So I'm going to show a few minutes of the video to you guys and then discuss why this is important and for you to try it on your own. Another link you're going to need, let me just come out of this. I do that, yes. And discuss, and I'm supposed to talk about the objective again, but there's so much I want to get into you all so you can have a successful quarter 3. So okay, I see that. So the link for VNC Viewer is what you need, right? I kept talking about VNC Viewer and what I'm using to get into Minds, right? So VNC Viewer is what you would Google. I'm gonna give you a link you could use. Now it depends on what you use. You got a cell phone. It depends if you're Apple. That's an iOS product. If you're Android, it says Android. That's anything that's pretty much not Apple. The little Android guy. Mac OS is for your MacBooks and tablets. Windows, you gotta look and see what version. If it's Windows 10 on these newer computers, that's the one you select. So you choose the right one, and I'm gonna give you the link so you can review it yourself. But this is for your cell phone, laptop, tablet to be able to log into your Raspberry Pi. It's called remoting or private, virtual private network. Okay, so you're gonna need that link and choose the right one that you think for your computer so you can start logging into this kit and do your labs faster. You don't have to be looking at the little screen and you can pull it up on your computer and have another computer running and do the assignments because it's equipped to do more. But until you connect it to a HDMI screen and you leave it just stationary, you're losing the benefit of it because it's a supercomputer almost. What was I saying? So VNC Viewer, right? You install whichever one onto your computer if you can, if you have administrative rights. The video, because I'm running out of time, open it up for you guys, make sure it works. Yep. It's here. And you just want to go through, a couple of 2 minutes maybe or 3 minutes maybe of what he's talking about. So can't really hear him. I got to stop sharing. Okay, what happened here? Oh no. Okay. I was waiting for it to do that. There we go. And now going to do this one here so you can hear what's going on. And I already gave you guys this link in the chat, by the way. So, all right, let me mute myself and play it for you.
The VNC Viewer and the Scratch 3 project. After the hardware and software full setup, we'll be doing the rest of the get started to finish everything up. Make sure that everything's moving at its fastest speed and not moving slow at all, which means that we'll be doing the pseudo APT. But let me stop talking. Let's move straight to the VNC. So the VNC, all you have to do is type in the address. Make sure you use Unix. Sign in. I'll show you on here. Make sure you use Unix sign in. Let me go here. Click on this part. Let's go full screen so it doesn't look so bad. Options. Prefer on Unix password. So the Unix password is the system information it's in here, meaning that the password that you entered first at your settings is what we'll be using. Easy, right? And the username is always going to be pi. If you have that setting on, then remember that username will always be pi, lowercase on everything. But once you're in and you enter the address, try not to get it wrong. Make sure you have the password written down if it's capital or not. Keep the encryption on, and you can exit out once you're here and you can see everything. Because a little window will pop up like this, showing you everything you can do. I'll also X this out and minimize that. And X this out. Now this is the Scratch desktop. So how to get here is we go to Add Extension. We go to Raspberry Pi Syntax. Click on that. Let me go back. And then it shows all the stuff you can do with the Raspberry Pi Syntax. Like displaying a text, hello, display this, hello, or whatever. That's the Scratch 3 project. Then you can start moving pixels to different directions or coordinates. Each coordinate is on the pixel. Well, no, sorry. Each coordinate corresponds with each pixel. We move set pixel X to what? Set pixel Y to what? X and Y coordinates are what you need to set a single dot.
Okay, so let me stop sharing that. But that's in essence what the video is about. I just wanted to show you a few minutes of it because it's 12:59. And if you go through, he even talks about what settings you can put on there to make sure you got all your updates in case you forgot it, commands to type in, how to use terminal. Now, it behooves you to try out some of these features he talked about and see if it works on your system. I already gave you the link to that video, but the biggest thing is how do we do VNC? And he did talk about the settings. So I wanted to show you there, guys and gals, where the settings were. And if you come here, you come to programming, not programming, you come all the way down, it's preferences. And I think it's, let's see here, you recommended software, he talks about that. And that's in case you may have missed the update. You can always try this again and see if it has any packages that you might need. So if I look at here and I look at all my updates, I could type in probably VNC and get it. I want to see if it shows up for you guys. You can't even see my screen. Is that what it is? Yeah. There we go. The reshare. So basically I would come to the Raspberry, come down. You'll see here that you have recommended software. You click on that, it'll give you a list of things that you may or may not have. And if it's check marked, that means you got it. So make sure you have that taken care of. You don't necessarily need everything. If you put Orca on, you're going to hear something talking to you. That's a screen reader. That's for people who are blind. So turn it off. A lot of students be having that problem. VNC Viewer, you can toggle this on and get it here, right? But more importantly, once you get it there, you have to go through the configuration and make sure it's set so it allows VNC to be interfaced with. So you see here, enable your VNC. You hit OK, and once you get the software, it should show, if you got it turned on, this icon here, right? Which lets you know how it's connected. Pretty much looks like this. Now, there's some other things you could do to try to get it going, but I recommend you just do these settings. Okay, Rios, you raise your hand. Go ahead.
So if you already put the automatically update, then I don't have to worry about this, or?
Well, do you have VNC already?
No, I don't.
Okay, so that's why you would go there and just check to see if you have it installed. This might not be installed on yours yet. So one, you would make sure it's installed on the Raspberry. Two, because they're communication devices. Two, you would install it, the one I showed you, the other link for VNC Viewer on a computer, and that way you can synchronize or log into your stuff. And I'll show you how tomorrow if you can get these steps done. All right, so it's 102. Let's see here. How many people have actually gotten further along with that Scratch 3 project?
We're writing down what it tells us to write down, like right here, hello British, ESPA, ESA, astronaut time, all of that.
You're typing that in there, yeah. But you can replace Tim Peake's name, that's what I was telling you, with your name.
Okay, cool.
You see what I'm saying? So, and then if you're creative enough, you can even change the color of the astronaut a little bit. But don't do too much and mess up your code. But you are supposed to be creative, and that's the signature I'm looking for. So I'll know if students are cheating, because if I'm looking at the file and it says, yeah, one student turned it in, was another student's name in there. I'm like, yeah, okay, they didn't do none of that. So take your time and do it right on your own. Don't cheat. Just get it out the way. Get it done. Because I kid you not, February 3rd is like, it's around the corner. It's coming.
Mr. Tyler.
Yes, sir.
So after doing the Raspberry software update, what do I do next?
Did you find VNC Viewer? Was it on?
Let me see. Hold on. What do I do after that?
Okay, so you're in VNC Viewer now, right? Did you see where it is? It's checked off?
Where?
Okay, so there's like a box. Is it checked off for VNC Viewer or no?
BNC.
It should be a box directly adjacent to it. Lets you know what's checked off. And if the box is empty, that means it's not installed. So if you
No,
click
everything
on,
seems fine.
so you see VNC Viewer like this, right, on my screen?
Okay, yeah.
And it's checked off?
Yeah.
That means you have it.
Okay, so I'm good or what?
So go to the Raspberry and go to VNC Viewer.
Do I click it?
Look, okay. Are you? Yeah. Well, no. You can close that now because it's already hit apply because it means you already have it installed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, whole time I have it installed too. Actually, it's right here.
Okay, so you guys are good. You did all the updates, but no, you can hit apply. I just want to make sure it was installed already.
Yeah.
And then did you go to the Raspberry?
Yes.
And you went to where I'm at, where you see Internet and then VNC Viewer, right?
No.
Okay. So where are you at? I can see your screen too well. Okay, so yeah, click on the Raspberry up top, and if it's installed, no, not there. You gotta come to the Raspberry in the upper left-hand corner.
Raspberry. What the hell?
Take a look. Do you see what I'm pointing at on my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that one.
But that doesn't pop out on my screen.
The Raspberry?
Yeah.
Huh?
Like I'm clicking on it, and then the little side on your left, it doesn't pop up.
Oh, okay. So did you come down?
Wait, I can't see your screen. Hold on. Oh, okay. Hold on, let me see.
So you don't click on it. Just click on it once and then drag your mouse down. Don't click on anything, and it should allow you to open something. Do you see VC Viewer in the Internet section?
Yeah.
Open it up. All right. I think I see what I wanted to see there. Yeah, it means you're golden. Yeah. All right. So next is you got to find the IP address that it's supposed to give you, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a command line for that. Give me a moment. Because it's you got to find the actual IP address. I think it's ifconfig. Let me open the terminal. I think it's ifconfig. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I did it. Okay. Yeah, that is iNet address. No. Okay, what do we do? I gotta find the exact address for you. So go to terminal and type ifconfig. There it is, right here.
Where do I type that? Where do I type that at?
So do you know where terminal is? It's like the black screen out there, the little box by the folders. That's terminal.
Little box. Oh, okay. I got it.
Once you open it up, you type ifconfig.
Okay. Let me see. Just how it is right there?
I can't see what you're doing. Yeah, ifconfig by itself. Hit enter.
Okay, let me see.
I feel like a scene from The Matrix. Dial his number. How's it going? It should give you a bunch of messages, right?
Like that, right?
Yeah, ifconfig. And what did you get?
It says command not found.
Okay, so I don't think you typed it right. So hold on, I'm gonna type it in the chat for you.
Right.
ifconfig. Give it a try.
Okay.
This might be one. I think it is. No, it's not.
Yeah, I got it now.
All right, so I want you to find your iNet address. It's under the WLAN 0. So you're gonna go down until you find WLAN 0, and you should see an iNet address of 10 dot something.
Okay.
Did you find it?
No.
Okay, so do you see where it says WLAN 0?
WLAN 0. Okay, yeah.
And then if you scroll down a little bit underneath flags, do you see iNet?
I got it.
That's the number you need to write down so you'll be able to log into your computer or your Raspberry.
Oh, so I
That's
have to
his.
type it right here on the same screen, on the black screen?
So that write that number down, not mine's, but yours. So
Oh, okay,
whatever it
okay.
is, just that part, like I had highlighted on my screen, just that part is what you need to write down. Not mine's, but yours.
Okay.
Okay. And then once you do that, you'll see it pop up here and connect, but you got to install it on the other device, the VNC viewer, to log into your Raspberry. That's all you
Okay.
got to do. Because it's going to ask you once you install on the other computer, what address do you want? And you got to have this VNC viewer on your Raspberry still running, and it'll log in.
This is for the other computer, right? This is not on the Raspberry.
So this,
What you were just showing him?
that's going to be used on the Raspberry, yeah, because you got to find its IP address, right?
Right.
So
Where did you get the IP address from?
That's what you just did.
Okay.
So you get on the Raspberry, you click on terminal, right? I feel like I'm teaching you guys how to hack into your computer because that's basically what we're doing. And you go to ifconfig and terminal. Now I put it in there, how to spell it. ifconfig. You type that in, and it'll give you, once you're in here, if you can see my screen, a lot of internet information about your Raspberry. You want to go to WLAN 0.
So once I got my my YLAN, what do I do next? Do I exit the
You can minimize that because you might need it or forgot it, but you're going to go over to your computer, your laptop.
Okay.
And did you download the VNC Viewer app for your computer?
I think I'm gonna do that right now.
Yes, do that, and that is like your key into your Raspberry Pi. When you get that installed, it's going to ask you, okay, what do you want to log into? You're going to type that number in, like it is 10 dot whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Hit connect, and if it's working and both apps are running, it's going to talk to each other.
Okay. What is the website called or the app?
I just gave you the website. Let me give it to you again. It's in the chat. Okay, here we go.
Thank you.
So give it a try. If we can have that, that's a quiz grade tomorrow that we have restored for some people. But you got to take your time and do what we just talked about. Everybody has to, especially if your kit running. Make sure VNC Viewer is activated. You can watch my son's video, or you can go through this video today after I post it and do the same exact thing. So you can log into your kits and make life easier on you. You can leave that kit running. I think it's called headless mode, where it doesn't really have a TV or nothing connected to it, but you can still log into it and do your labs and get work done. So I don't know. It's up to you guys how you want to get out this class, because I'm still going to be using it Q3. So I might as well get used to it. All right. So that was pretty much the last thing. I wanted to have somebody get another 30 points. Not 30, but 20 points for the objective. So let me pull that up. And today's objective, put that and blast it up. So who would like to read the objective off again for 20 points? It's in the agenda box there. You can raise your hand. Or
Analyze chapter 4 of the Raspberry Pi Beginner Guide. Complete questions for class group activity.
Thank you, sir. That's Mr. Lee Carter. All right. And can someone please read what's in the white box for 15 points? Only the classroom term of the day and the word of the day. What is it?
Can I go again?
You want to read it? Or?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Classroom term of the day is conditional. Word of the day, frugal.
Frugal. Yep. So if you put those definitions somewhere in your coding for project 1, and I see that's an additional 25 points if you put those definitions of those words. And I want you to figure out how to use the blocks to do that. Just throwing it out there, some extra points for you. That was Rios and that was Carter. Make sure I write down their points.
Fucking tired.
Carter, 20 points.
So, Mr. Tyler, is this website right? This one?
Now, I don't know which
And then
computer type you're using. You're using Windows 10, Chromebook. I don't know what you're using.
the one that I got from the school, the Chrome one.
All right, so you might want to try the Chrome app version and see if
This
that
one?
works.
Wait, hold on. This one?
Yeah, you don't have Windows. I think it says Chrome. One of them says Chrome. Let me take a look.
Yeah, this one is Chrome.
Right. So you would do that one. I see students are leaving early. It's like almost 5 minutes left, so they can get ready for the next period. So you would install. I would start with the Chrome one because you say you got a Chromebook, and then go
Hey,
from there.
Tyler.
Yes, Carter.
I'm done with this thing. How I turn this in?
You talking about the project, Carter?
The thing that we was doing in class with the code and all the scratch thing code.
Oh, on the scratch, you did it. Okay, so if you got all the steps and all the images in there, Carter, all you got to do is download it's a .sb3. Let me show you my screen. Better to show you than to tell you, right? So that's a double credit assignment right there. If you go to, let me use my scratch at. Here it is. So you'll see it's this type of file when you save it, Carter. Just give it a
I'll
name.
save it.
Huh?
I'll save it.
How you save it? Let me go backwards. Let me show you again. So you go to File and save to your computer, right?
I see.
And then put it on your desktop so you can find it, Lee, and put it in Edsby so I can get it. You would put this in yesterday's assignment with the group activity. I'll see both files whenever you do it. Okay. All right, that's pretty much it, sir. You might want to get started on that. You're free to log off, though.
And I used to put my name right there. Wow, how you said it? The name?
I couldn't hear you, Brian. What did you say?
So how you were explaining, I go to a file and then computer and then right here on name, do I put my name or how I do it?
Yes, the same thing I was just explaining. You would put the name of the file. You could put astronaut and then your last name if you can.
Okay.
Because that's a project we're working on. You can put project 1 in your last name. It's up to you. As long as it's some way to identify as your file. Don't change the last the last part of that .sb3 or whatever it is. You got to keep it the same so the file doesn't change. But you can change the other part before the period.
All right.
And let me know if you have success tomorrow on your VNC viewer connection.
All right, bet.
Okay. Well, you can get ready for your next period, dude. Rios, you got any questions? Stevenson, are you there? I'm looking at, I don't know what that is, but it's not you.
So we're downloading it on Chrome too, and
you got a Chromebook?
Yeah, well, yeah, I already have it on my Raspberry. We're supposed to have it on both, right?
Right, so they can sync up. Did you get that address I was talking about? From your terminal? Because you need that. That's your key back into your Raspberry. That WLAN 0, like I had Brian do.
Oh no, I was busy with trying to code everything, to be honest.
Okay, so go back and watch the video, and you finish your code up though.
Okay, cool.
That's a bonus score. So you worry about this first though. That project 1.
Okay. All right, Mr. Tyler, you have a good day. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready.
All right, I'll see you around.
All right.
All right, Stevenson, are you present? I see the cameras bouncing around. Did you get started on this project 1? Okay, his camera's just bouncing. All right. Looks like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle or something in the screen. Mr. Stevenson, are you with us or have you left? Class is almost over. I was trying to get confirmation as to what you got accomplished so far. I gotta remind you, Stevenson, you are a senior, sir. I don't know what to say. Okay, so I'll follow up with them later. I can't do it tonight, though. I need to call some other parents. All right. That reminds me, I need to enter all those modified grades. So I need to worry about them on Stonewall's report. Senior grades. I need to call all the seniors too. Sheesh. All right, Mr. Stevenson, I'm gonna have to just follow up with you later, but it's 1:19 and I gotta get ready to close the room down. So
All right.
oh, okay, you're there. Okay. I was been calling your name, man. He was just waiting to be told he could leave. I hope he gets some work done. All right, so Mr. Rush, I'm about to head over to my prep, make my phone calls and do my videos.